Right. There we go. Let's go into the bloodletting. The bloodletting. Let's go. Let's just power through this and get. Let's go kill Galawain's crocodile and give it to the slaying face. I want to know if you do the slaying face ritual, does you get his axe to give to him to let him take over the crocodile? That would be fucking cool. I'd really like to piss off Galawain that way.
Our newest crop gathers for the culling.
Their task is simple: slay or be slain.
Those who survive earn the right to contend for the champion's crown. Let
Oops, sorry.
It appears only one of us will be finding greatness in the Crucible. Know that I bear you no grudge. A shame you must die so that we may live.
I bear you no grudge either.
Then let us show this rowdy crowd what an honorable fight looks like. Farewell, Watcher. May the gods welcome you.
You're awfully sure of yourself, buddy.
Is it wrong of me to pretend he's Haravius?
Oh god! That is very wrong. And you too.
Keep on your toes.
You two are there. You three are going right up front, and then you're going right in behind.
That order's too tall.
Right. Off. Tame them.
Got him.
Lava is beyond.
This is futile.
I don't think I can pull that off.
What is up with Constantine? You should be next to a dare, so you should be healing.
Right between the eyes.
Come on! Why do you have to go down, Constantine?
Into the fray.
Get back up and stop being a dickwad. Why? Why are you not getting in there?
Pretend you didn't see that.
There's a walloping.
How are you going down so easily? Come on!
Lava beyond sea.
You all have fairly decent fucking deflection, so how are you going down?
Man, that's just rude.
I hope nobody saw this.
Might take a nap right here.
Right between the eyes.
What is your problem, Constantine? Just build up some chance and get those fucking ogres in. Holy fuck, will you just? Constantine, before you go down and get those fucking ogres in there.
Man, that's just rude.
And you get in there and take some fucking heat off of him. How? It's like they're just concentrating the fire on one person to bring them down, and then he was a gold pack knight, wasn't he? That gold thing with a gold pack knight ability. And why are they just focusing fire on one person and one person alone? Okay, soul energy wills about you, pressing hell against your esoteric senses. With a slight exertion of will, you can direct ambient essence. Return the soul essence to the crucible and wildlife of Kazuwari, channel soul essence to Damatu, empowering him. Absorb it for myself, or send the soul essence to the wheel. Return it to Berath. would probably be better. But empowering Moatu it would be better for us because that makes him stronger, and that means we've got a better chance against that fucking big. Yeah, well, empower Moatu. As you pull the power into Moatu, your ghostly guide shimmers brightly. He looks at his hands and sees them for the first time. You feel a profound sense of gratitude from him. Will that make him stronger now?
Glorious combat reveals our contender from amongst the challengers!
Rest and return anew, for the crowd is eager to see you hunt again, contender.
I want a stronger summon, so if that makes him stronger as a summon, I'll take it. Just make Moatu an empowered summon and then just to have him take on Big Beholder face down the bottom of Forgotten Sanctum. Yeah, that'll be fun. An empowered Moatu against the fucking Beholder.
Why not?
So why is he constantly going down there? I mean, yeah, he has quite a low deflection, doesn't he? It's like they're focusing fire on one person alone until they go down, and then...
Ado, challenger. What can I interest? Of course.
That pisses me off greatly. They're focusing down one character and then they're going on to another one. They're just AI on easy difficulty. They're not supposed to do that. Well, it's not easy, it's normal difficulty. That reminds me, I might have checked. Can I could change it if I wanted to. So I can change it at any point. Okay, I might just turn it down to fucking story to go deal with that Beholder at some point.
Congratulations, contender. Having endured the rite of passage, you earned the privilege to compete with other proven hunters. This token represents you and no other. Wear it proudly. It shall drink the essence of your actions, your triumphs, and your accomplishments. That the souls within these sacred walls will recognize them on your return.
Constantly watch you handle the talisman with a mixture of longing and repulsion on his normally sanguine face. Say nothing?
Your next challenge will take you outside the walls of this arena. The island demands an offering. Something to feed the pool of memories. Some relics sacred to this place have been taken and need returning, and others undiscovered await a hunter capable enough to find them.
And just how many sacred objects am I supposed to find?
It is assumed you will hunt with reckless abandon, and return all that you can, if only for the thrill of the pursuit. As for what is required, contenders are expected to return at least one relic sacred to the Seeker, Slayer, or Survivor, whichever face best aligns with the hunter within you.
Does that mean the crystal has accepted me when I talk to the faces?
You survived the rite of passage, but you are yet shark bait to the faces. But now you can begin to demand their attention through your actions.
Say nothing. She lowers her voice and leans close, the smell of sweat and peat.
Each area of the island draws the attention of a particular aspect of Tuamawai. While you scour the island, watch as only a watcher can. Speak with Ngari, Keeper of Memories, in preparation for your hunt. He will set the path before you. Return with your trophy, contender, and may Tuamawai guide your way.
Slimfer and Amaura, the man before you, boasts warm, avuncular features. The grey patches and grey patches his tightly curled black hair. He smells warmly at your approach.
Greetings, friend, and welcome. You stand before the Keeper of Memories.
The attention falls to the dwarf at your side.
And Constantine, too. How exciting.
Been a while, Ngari.
You know two know each other?
Only well enough to not trust him at my back in a fight.
I'd rather stand face to face anyway.
You keep memories?
Those vanquished in the Crucible leave behind their weapons and armor, both often laden with memories of life. It falls to me to keep and protect those trappings and recollections.
Anything short of a full soul left clinging to a weapon is likely little more than dust, or entirely insane.
Doesn't seem far off from torture to me.
Everyone believes they know my work better than I do.
You seem odd for Awana.
That isn't surprising. I have strode many nations, spoken to many kith, learned their tales and their traditions. Not every Huana takes so great an interest in the other peoples of Aora. Fewer still have the means to pursue that interest.
We gotta find Kana. Let him know someone's trying to steal his angle.
Pretty sure Ishii and I were thinking the same thing.
How do you preserve memories from these items?
We first wash the items in the pool, and in doing so, give the memories to the souls of this place. Thus do their deeds live on beyond them. Most items carry little more than the strongest memories of their use. A few, however, abundant with essence and charged with purpose, retain unusual attributes. These I care for, curate, and purvey to those worthy of their enchantments.
These were the artifacts Shamari mentioned.
The Crucible recreates battles and conflicts of old, that today's hunters may hone their skills. The pool of memories is the library for these histories. These stories aren't told to the Crucible. Instead, items held by those who performed great deeds echo with these accomplishments. The pool of memories absorbs the past from them. As a contender, you will be expected to recover at least one of these relics. I can point you in the right direction, but first I must ask, which of the faces of the hunt do you seek to appease?
What do I have to kill to find an artifact for the slaying face?
A group of drifters claiming to be eager contenders showed us their true colors. Days ago, while most of the arena slept, they helped themselves to one of our Slayer relics. Unfortunately for them, the boat they came in on sunk, and it is a very long swim to anywhere beyond the auspices of the Faces.
Seville, can you just settle down, boy? I'll take you out when it's time.
Sure are a lot of convenient accidents happening around here.
Slay them. Return the relic to the pool of memories, and the slaying face will be most pleased.
What about an artifact for the seeking face?
Every year we lose hunters to the Kohatkana expanse. Usually they're tracking last year's hunters. But nowhere in my notes have I found out what first enticed Kith to go prowling around that corner of the island.
Rank foolishness, I'd wager.
Again, Avlof has got this echo to him, and so does Adea.
Not surprisingly, the expanse has become a sacred place to the Seeker. Return with something a failed Seeker before you left behind, and the spider will be pleased.
And for the surviving face.
The Tiebe o Waiapu has long had a reputation for being inhospitable.
It's an arid, miserable shithole, more like.
Yet, the sounder of boars that call the valley home seem to flourish there. Were you to return with proof that you had tread the valley's singular dangers, the surviving face would be well pleased. Galarde, I will see the western doors opened for you.
Part of me wants to just fucking stick Constantine out as soon as this is all done, because he's a right pain in the ass at times. Oh, stick a new paladin in. Anyway. Yeah. What's his deflection? 77. No wonder he's getting hit so often. Yeah, he's not got a shield, that's why he's getting hit so often. Whereas Adair has got brilliant defences, and I've actually got better defences than fucking Constantine by a long chalk. In fact, Maya does too. He's on par with Alof, that's how bad he is. There's a thing up there, but that's... Right, this is obviously... Thick, humid jungle gives way before you to empty air. A vast chasm divides you from further progress descending into a churning white froth of water below. A bridge of wound rope crosses the gap. A plank of dark wood supported between the strands. Examine the bridge. Consider the construction of the bridge. Maya. The edge of the wood seems somewhat splintered and rather than cleanly cut. There's no attempt to made to seal the planks. The rope seems of stronger make but could stand to be reinforced. Search for another route. You walk the edge of the chasm in either direction and find no other manner of crossing the river. It seems to stretch down to the beach you landed at, separating you from the rest of the land. With time, Maya tells you, a bridge could be reinforced with materials provided by the island, but that would require days of dangerous effort. Reinforce the bridge. Fatigue, me, Alof, and Maya. Days of hard labour ensure, as clinging carefully to the underside of the bridge, you use branches and vines to reinforce it. Eventually, however, the crossing appears significantly safer. Carefully cross the bridge. You step onto the reinforced bridge and it bears your weight with reassuring stability. You begin crossing. The ropes feel secure enough beneath your hands and you move confidently along the structure. With a final step onto solid ground, you complete the crossing and find yourself among thick foliage of the central island. Yeah, I am not going to risk that. So, we'll take the lager off of you, boy. Give him fresh fruit to get more healing done to them. Because a part of the continent take a pound in that arena. So that's 1, that's 2, and that's 3. So let's get the Slayer's face done first. The forest thins into scattered glades among the western cliffs of Kazuwari. Trees stand sentinel overlooking the sheer stone plunge into Deadfire. The sheer stone plunge into Deadfire Sea. Right. You turn north only to enter a large open field ringed with woods and peppered with small clumps of dense forest. Clouds of insects hum over the rotten remains of discarded carcasses. The path before you looks roughly disturbed. Investigate. Another set of tracks. These are these from some manner of clawed beast come from inland and follow the same path as the Kif tracks. Examine the beast tracks. The tracks overlap with the Kif tracks and are overlapped by them in turn. It seems the creature was stalking those who would stalk it. Examine the Kif tracks. 4 different sets of track appear, including a set that looked Orlan. The others are more difficult to narrow down to a specific type of Kif. The tracks seem pretty close together, as if those who left them were moving slowly and carefully. Follow the beast tracks back to the direction they came. It's slow going, but Adair managed to follow the faint trail through the dust and the tall grass. The track will lead you northeast along the tree line. Adair draws your attention to a pile of Stalger droppings just off the trail. We could mask our scent with this. Less likely we'll end up getting ambushed by the beast that way. Scent yourself. Constantine frowns at the leavings. Now, I did some strange things in my time at Mary, but this tops the list. The mayor, sorry. You dab your equipment with an ample helping of the drop-ins, and you're not sure whether or not it masks your natural scent, but it certainly adds to it. Continue tracking the Stelgar. You continue along the Stelgar tracks. They're difficult to make sense of. This path seems to have seen the passage of multiple animals going in both directions. If you didn't know better, you'd think they're meant to be confusing. Partial success. You hear a faint rustling. Insight. My insight was just short. You hear a faint rustling in the tall grass nearby. It sounded too localised to be the wind. Run for the tree line. Sneak towards the nearest copse trees. Run towards the tree line then. No, sneak towards it. Okay, you move quietly, but not apparently near quietly enough. Just as you make the copse, a wall of muscle, fur, and fangs slams into you, knocking you to the ground and tearing to your side. It leaps away before you get a chance to gather your wits, leaving you nothing behind but the ragged wounds along your ribs. Confront one of our lurks in the grass openly. See, that's what I wanted to do in the first place. Why did I have to go toward the tree line? Attempt to give the lurkers the slip. Throw a spark cracker into the grass as a distraction. Yeah, throw a spark cracker. You stop, crouching low to the ground, and you're back against a tree. You carefully light a spark cracker and lob it into the underbrush. You hear a cascade of cracks and pops as the explosive ignites, followed by almost immediately the rattle of grass parting before pouncing beasts, large beasts. It takes the Stelgers a moment to realise their mistake, but then the pack of large hunting cats, each shoulder held high to an elf, turns towards you, fur bristling, claws flexing. They stalk towards you. Why could I not do that in the first place? Is that because I didn't have the fucking insight check? Yeah, I wasn't allowed to realise they were in the grass. Trying to force you towards the tree line.
Correct.
Alright, you back there, you back there, you there.
Feel the fear.
Maya just jumps out of the way. Right, I'm off. Let's make this easier on everybody and put a bunch of tentacles in there. There you go, you see, I've got a bit.
This is futile.
That big one's down. And Constantine's now taking on the Savage Tiger, easily. Why is that great Stelgar there? I see a great Stelgar right there. Oh, the big one didn't go away, just stealthed. Right, Alof, he thinks he's been smart, so...
That's not very helpful.
And he's taking massive damage from everybody else, because the rogue abilities of Alof, Adair and Maya, I mean, they do fuck tons of damage to things that are got multiple. As the bright glow approaches, a rhythm of heartbeat, not your own, thumps in your head. The light coalesces into the muscular features of Hulk and Mauer striding towards you.
Oh God! Water!
Wahami, the soul roars as if in challenge. He points a thick gloved finger at you.
I wanted tougher, but you will suffice.
Come closer and say that again.
The Crucible has caught us a feisty watcher? Good! What lies ahead is not for the meek.
Who are you?
Who are you? I am the Slayer, the fastest and the strongest.
You got my hair, buddy.
That you had to ask speaks ill of your mind.
So what do you want?
Return your trophy to the old man. There is much left ahead of you to hunt, and far more to kill.
Well, wasn't he fun?
He seems to want to kill us. Kill someone or something.
Do you think this is why Galloway didn't want you here? Maybe the Slayer wants you to kill the gods.
Let's go.
I wonder if we'll run into more like him if we continue with these trials.
Hey-ho. Yeah, I bet if we passed the insight check, we'd be able to fucking bait them out. There's only one away from the insight as well. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ugh. That's kind of annoying. Right, get rid of that wound and get sure everybody has the healing on. Right, now let's go to Koetakana Expanse where the slaying face is. Seeker faces, sorry. The deeper you travel in the island's southwestern wilds, the denser the jungle becomes. The air thickens, heavy with humidity, and the impenetrable canopy allows only the faintest light from sky above. The path narrows into gloom before you, the persistent drone of insects subsiding into soft whispers on the edge of hearing. A twig snaps in the distance. You hear that constant as silence falls. The dwarf hugs his arms around himself and frowns. Gives me the goddamn creep. Enter the forest. Tendrils of grey fog creep around across the roots and vines, slowly rising, reaching as you push further into the island's expanse. The air grows opaque and the quiet murmurs carry on the faint breeze. Just as it reaches its thickest, the foggy morass parts like a curtain, revealing again the path before you. The forks left and right, each path looking roughly as passable as the other. Inspect the paths. There. There was no hint of tracks here, neither animal, wild or kith, as if the trail has never been travelled. The paths either side seem uncannily similar, almost symmetrical, as if a pane of glass runs between them, one the reflection of the other. The trees bend above like long, many-jointed legs, and their limbs entwine with vines into an impenetrable tangle. Right. You follow the trail, the quiet rustling sounds and murmur from the obscurity of the undergrowth. Path forks again before you. Examine the statue. The statue has clearly been standing at this fork for ages, the lines weathered, the details worn away by the elements. The moss grows along the base, the vines hang down from the spider-like head. The seeker's eyes stare at you unblinking, yet everything about the sculpture down to the draping foliage seems impossibly symmetrical. Except one eye is missing from the statue's right side. Interpret the statue's meaning with a history check. Constant, do it for us. The seeker is rendered with an eye missing, or perhaps the eye has been removed since the statue defaced by some other contestant in the island's games. Constant examines the figure. Strange, isn't it? The seeker being presented as blind, partially so anyway. Think the seeker's cult respects the blind any more than the seeker slayers the feeble? Take the right track again. As you press deeper into the jungle, the path narrows as if the trees were looming ever nearer, threatening. They seem almost displeased with you. The sorceress whispers, "Is it because I went the blind path instead of the lighted path?" Ah! And the woods grow, sounding like insects and more like the chittering of some unseen audience. A rush of shifting leaves above serves as the only warning you get before the massive bulbous form of this giant spider descends from the canopy. Right, we're supposed to follow the path that I could see. Oh, right, okay, I get that puzzle now. With impossible quickness, his legs wrap around Constantine before the beast ascends again into the shadows above. Constantine's shouts go abruptly silent. Not a second to waste, Captain. Maya shields her eyes to follow the departing shape of the spider and Constantine. The path broadens and splits before you, impossibly turning you to a very familiar fork. Examine the statue. Take the left trail. Right, continue. Is he just knocked out? And he's currently busy. The path forks again before you wall. The split looks slightly similar to the last. You can tell it bears enough difference to suggest you're making progress. Examine the statue. Take the left trail. Examine the statue's meaning. Off. Take the left trail because that's the one that's the eye. The jungle grows darker as you press ever more deeply into the heart. The path forks again before you, and while the split looks similar to the last, you can tell it bears enough differences to suggest you're making progress. Examine the statue. It's got the right eye this time. Take the right trail. To every side grow gargantuan trees, the upper branches disappear in the darkness above, and the path winds among the bases, each as broad as a castle's turret. The path separates again, but this time there's no planeth or no bust of the Seeker. Instead, you find a third path, central between the two others. While the path to either side appear almost reflections of one another, the central path looks cramped and overgrown. It descends in a dark cave. Take the centre trail. You enter the cave, making your way through the winding darkness. For a time you hear nothing save your own breathing, then the whisper of insects draw you forward, growing gradually until it almost sets the air to humming. The cave disgorges you into the jungle, though the darkness is so deep that you do not first realise you have emerged. The chittering of mandibles and movement of heavy, many-jointed limbs echo above and around you. Search for enemies. You see nothing to attack and nothing likely to attack you. Continue cautiously forward. The path broadens before abruptly terminating in a broad open clearing. For a moment it seemed as if the jungle itself was aglow, each tree limined in a faint green, but they see the source of illumination, a skull almost as a fire with soul energy. You get no chance to retrieve it, however, as spiders descend upon you from the darkness above. So, since the Seeker face is someone who waits and hunts, I assume just shouting "come and get it, you bastards" would just get another person removed from the party. Now, is Constantine here? Constantine's over here. Right. Right, Constantine's fighting there just now. We'll take care of these spiders. And he's happily destroying the spiders over there. Right, I get what the whole point of this was now, but
That's not very helpful.
Let's go.
There's a walloping! This is futile!
can you go attack that one?
After him.
Oh, I'm supposed to be killing things with Maya. You use luck, turn off your AI and come here. Maya, would you empower ring the bell, pierce the bell on this?
Right between the eyes.
Right, so then would you luck, turn your AI back on?
Leave it to me.
I'm listening.
Right, how's your gun going? 5 more to go. Brillianto. It's the Seeker now. A soul shimmers before you, her faint glow and reflected by the trees. Flowing gossamer silk sheave her form, and long black tendrils of her hair crown her head.
Do you see her too?
The Crucible still serves its purpose, bringing Galawain's devoted to battle, bringing battle to Galawain's devoted. But a wound, a tear, festers in the heart of this place.
Oh, what kind of wound?
I ask you to risk life and limb in the Crucible, but the desired outcome is not your death. The future of this place depends upon you seeking the champion's crown. Souls that prowl this island writhe in disharmony. Without your help,
The image falls silent as the woman's form loses definition. In the span of a breath, the apparition dissipates entirely. Her words unfinished.
Oh, where'd you go? Hello, spirit lady?
Do you sense the turmoil she spoke of?
Not really, but I don't feel trapped here. Exactly. Not like she does. I came willingly, after all. Died willingly, I mean. And I've got you, right?
Let's go then.
Perhaps if we complete the other trials, we'll find similar spirits. And hopefully they'll be a touch more cheerful.
I like this guy in some ways.
Give me the order.
Let's make sure everybody's got the eye on. I gotta remember we've got to get killed with Maya. That are empowered. To power up our arquebus. And that's 35 minutes into this episode, so fuck. Okay. No, gearing for shorter walkies today. Yes. No.